everybody! Good morning or afternoon or whatever time it happens to be, wherever you are. My name is Mark, and we're going to do some fun stuff today. We're going to see if I know Unity and C#, which should be really interesting, because maybe I do, maybe I don't. So, for those not familiar, we're going to be working on a project called Agones. It's a open source project for running game servers on top of Kubernetes, which is another open source project for infrastructure. Basically, it's for big multiplayer games, which is cool. Each game server basically has an SDK that we integrate that's set up for tracking things like, is my game server ready? Is it like allocated? What configuration information do I have? Things like that. And right now, actually this will be good, so let's do that. Let's flip over here. So right now, actually if we pull up agones.dev, we have a look at our documentation, and we have a look at our Unity SDK, you'll see up the top, Unity. The Unity SDK is functional, but not yet feature complete. So I would like to make some more feature completeness to it. We also have an issue for this that I'm working my way through. Where are we? Assigned to me. And not that one. This is the one. This is the one I'm looking at. So, missing SDK functionality. I kind of want to add an extra one to this. All right, anyway, so I'm going to add actually one that's not listed here, which is a Kinect. I want to have a Kinect functionality. Why do we need that, and what is that? So actually, I'll explain that in a second. So I think C++ actually has a good example of this in here, wherein to start with the SDK, we have to have a Kinect. So actually, let's even come back here. So I'm going to draw a diagram because I can. I have a cup of tea here. It's also very important. Tea is very important stuff. This is my orange crayons mug. Very important. Here we go. Yes, exactly. I want a new, more... Give me Google Drawings. Perfect. So, call this distributed systems. So this is the fun thing. So this is what happens inside Agones that makes this thing fun, right? So you have, give me a box, beautiful, give me a shape, excellent. So we have, like, say we have this box. This is our process, right? This is our running process. We look at it as a timeline, and we'll call it game server. Yeah, so this is our game server. So inside Agones, this is like our our binary. We create this, which is awesome, right? Like, it's great. And alongside it, what Agones will do is create this, what we call an Sdk server. Basically, it's a pattern what we commonly call a sidecar. So two processes running alongside each other, both share a network namespace, so they can talk to each other very easily. And whatchamacallit? They can talk to each other very easily, and they can do all sorts of stuff. So basically, the Sdk server does the bulk of the work for like what the SDK does. Like, is it ready? Is it not? Actually, we have a connector. We'll have our connector would be perfect. Boom, right? Like, so these two talk to each other. And this should actually be double arrowed. Can I make it double arrowed? Yeah, perfect. Because they send information backwards and forwards to each other. Sweet, sweet. So that's, I mean, that seems all pretty straightforward, right? We're going to use an elbow connector for that. All right, sweet. Now, this is what's fun. In an ideal scenario, these two spin up at the same time. Right? These two spin up in exactly the same moment. Perfect, right? They're exactly aligned, so we can actually even align them vertically and be like middle, right? These align with each other. We'll actually make these the same size. Beautiful, right? Like, these... All right, that line is exactly straight, like always. Perfect, great, right? Like, that's awesome, so they can talk. In other ideal scenarios, right, maybe this one starts up first. I want you to be an elbow connector, but that's fine. Maybe that's how that starts up, right? And that's okay. The SDK server starts up first, game server spins up, the game server itself then talks to the SDK server, and that's okay. That's not a problem. But distributed systems, we have different processes coming up at different times. We have absolutely no guarantee that that's actually what happens. In theory, this could happen, right? So that the first request that comes from the game server that happens at the first time could end up firing to an SDK server that doesn't exist, which less than ideal, right? Like that's not really what we want, right? Like that could happen, right? If this is our timeline going down, this is where are we? Give me another arrow, right? This is time going downwards. Stop doing that for me, right? That's time going downwards, right? This is what could happen, right? A game server could spin up. It could just be fast in the SDK game server, or something interesting happens inside the CPU, whatever. It fires a request, maybe like a ready request saying, hey, I'm ready, let me know. Fires the SDK server just isn't up. So in an ideal world, what we want, with some of the SDKs we have, with like Go, for example, actually we can look at that on the, no, that's not what I want. Go doc, here we go. With the Go SDK, there's actually nice stuff inside gRPC, which is what we use, where when you create the new SDK, it'll block until connection handshakes are made, so like times out after 30 seconds. Right? That's super nice. We've had to do that in slightly different ways in other SDKs, but that actually works pretty well. Now, the Unity SDK uses the REST API. Right? It doesn't use gRPC, so there's no blocking mechanism there. So what we're going to do is basically fake it. That is my plan. So what I want to do, so I want to take some functionality that I just wrote that is still technically in a PR, which is, where are we? Implementation of game server for Unity, which basically says, right, like inside Unity, we can now like retrieve game server information, which is cool. And then we can use this. So I'm gonna continue on with this here. It still hasn't been approved. If it changes a little, that's fine too. Like we can always go back and fix things up at a later date inside this code. So let's actually have a look here. So okay, so this is the work I had before. Let's jump back to master. Let's actually make, I think some stuff just came through, and it did. Cool. All right, so we have the most updated stuff. If we check out, there's that one. Let's actually rebase that with master. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. Change my mind. All right, so I want to continue work from here. So we're going to check out feature Unity SDK Kinect. Oops. HB. Cool. I'm going to rebase master against this, just so it's up to date. And I'm just going to push it up just so that I have it somewhere. Git push dash u origin. There we go. Feature Unity SDK Kinect. All right. So that's good to go. All right. So now we've actually got a really nice little test bed, actually, for our Unity stuff. So let's actually fire up Unity Hub. Get that going. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to check you on a different workspace. Yeah, let's get that going. Beautiful. So I think this might actually be the first time I've actually brought up a game editor inside my Twitch stream, which is almost amusing, given that most of the time, yeah, basically everything I do is infrastructure. All right. Starting Unity, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to actually pop that over there. That's better. Da, 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 da. While streaming. Really? Come on. Oh, I know why all this is happening. It's because that's not in my master, and so none of this stuff gets stored. Anyway. Okay. Let's also open up the right scene. Scenes. Open. Okay, we'll shrink that. Pull that down. Come on. Pull that across. Yes. Come on, you can go. You can go down. Ah. See if things fit. Come on, just shrink for me. Why? Oh, apparently it's doing stuff. All right. We actually have this is a pretty good little thing. There we go. Okay. No, I want you to come down. Oh, Unity, why do you hate me so? Where are we? What I can do then is let's drag you over here, and let's drag you over here as well. Hopefully inspector. I just want you, I want you all to sit next to each other. Excellent. Oh, that's just quite nice. That is not terrible at all. So I'll actually show you what this does. Is actually really cool. First time for everything, Authors. Yeah, maybe one day you'll play a game on Steam. It's possible. I don't know. I wouldn't bank on it. And you'll find out how much I scream at my computer. So we have some really nice local development tools. Actually, so let's actually do that. So I think I actually have one. Oh no, do I have one running? I do. I have one running. Oh, beautiful. Let's get rid of that. Cool. So I'm gonna run. Basically, this is the local version of the SDK process we were just talking about previously, and it's just nice. All it does is basically fake like stuff is happening inside Agones, and we'll take the requests like we would do normally. So if I start this up and I press play, we have a look. There's the console, right? So we can see here. This is not. I don't know why this resolution is so poor, but that's a whole other thing. But we can see here, right, like health requests are coming through. We've asked for a ready request. And we can actually see also here, like a ready request has been received. Oops, I don't know what's going on there. That's weird. Why can't I click on anything? It's spitting stuff out at me for no apparent reason. Because I'm having a fun day with computers today. So we can see health requests coming through, all right, like the ready request is there. I can't click on anything today because it hates me. We can see stuff coming through. I'm just, yeah, why is it doing that? That is weird. Can I highlight stuff here? I can highlight stuff here. All right, so you know what? Let's just do that instead. Because, yeah, that's just weird. Let's do that. All right, lovely. Yeah, now I can do that again. I can actually point at stuff. All right, excellent. Back on track. So we can see that's all running. And we can actually do stuff like we want to say allocate. We send that. It says allocate true. If we have a look over here, allocate request has been received. Right? So we can do stuff. By the same token, I can do game server, for example. Send. That actually says game server name local true. If we actually have a look at our debug log, it's a little hard to read in the bottom right hand corner, but we also have like the full game server spec information here. Now, all right, so I have a plan here. We're gonna turn this off for a sec, which is to say, we can use that game server. Now, that game server command that we have inside Unity actually is. That's what I'm looking for. Kind of handy in that it doesn't actually, it doesn't have an effect on anything. Now, come here. There we go. No, I don't want that. I want you down here. Yeah, there we go. Well, a lot of the other commands actually have effects on stuff. So they can't be used in that same sort of way that we were looking at previously. So I'm just going to actually open up this. Let's pull up Rider. I'm going to do... No, that's fine, actually. I might send you to 6, actually. What's going on? There we go. All right, beautiful. That's loading up. I really like IntelliJ Rider for doing C# work. Not that I do a lot of C# work, which is true. Which which is where some of the fun of this stream I think is going to come, which is watching me flounder with C#. But here we go, beautiful. So this is loading up. I'll let that do its stuff in the background. I need to switch to the Unity editor to load the plugin. Boom. Compiling scripts. Awesome. Doing its thing. Excellent. Yeah, literally everything is like very high CPU. Yeah, Rider's super nice. I really like it. I've been a huge IntelliJ fan for a long time. Come on. Lothros, I used to be a C# wizard. Oh, excellent. I was definitely never anything equivalent to a C# wizard. I'm C# hackery at the very best. I'll let that run in the background. I think that'll kick through in a bit. What I want to talk about here. So here's our game server function, right? It basically, actually no, I'm looking at gameserver.cs, which is actually not what I want. Scripts, Agones SDK. This will all kick in a minute, which is fine. Excuse me. So like, what functions we got? Ooh. Anyway, so actually maybe we'll dig into this a bit too. But anyway, we've got a ready function and a game server function. Like, I make this thing ready. Here's the game server call, shut down, allocate, right? Like, these all do things, which means like they have side effects. So we can't really use them to check things out, like set labels or setting labels, setting annotations, like all this kind of stuff. We could potentially use health check. Actually, that's kind of interesting, but someone could turn that off. So there's that. So what I basically want to do, and there's a bunch of stuff that makes it like work for async await. I did not write any of this. I just want to be very clear about that. Very, very clear. Assets. I'm just gonna refresh that, make sure everything is all compiled the way it should be. There we go. Now that should all kick in. Come on. I know you want to. There you go. Yeah, you're kicking in now. Excellent. So my plan here is basically to write an async Kinect function that polls that game server endpoint and returns once. What's the word I'm looking for? Once. My brain just fell over. Returns once it has successfully completed, which is a pattern I've done in other places, and it seems to work pretty well. I actually did it with the gRPC endpoint for Rust because Rust didn't have the blocking connection functionality, and that worked out pretty nicely, which was pretty cool. And if we have a look inside our server, here's our server, need to be client. We get the component Agones SDK, and we say ready. So what we could actually do is we could say here, bool await await Agones.connect, and then we could do the await to do the ready, right? Which that async await pattern, super nice, right? Like that would actually work really well. So I have a theory on how to do this. I have genuinely no idea if this is really going to work. So I guess we're going to find out. So let's find, okay, there's ready. I don't want ready. Actually, I want to do it before ready. So basically what I want to do is public async, task, boolean connect. Okay, and 1, 2, 3. Async method that waits for 30 seconds to connect to the SDK server. Will timeout and return false after 30 seconds. With a task that indicates whether it was successful or not. Cool. Cool. All right. So this is my theory. I'm gonna see if this works. Also, how do you sleep? Anyway, so my theory is this. All right. So I'm gonna do result or var results. Whoops. What was that? Var result. I'm gonna end up mixing up C# and Go. It's just gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. This dot not connect game server. Actually, oh wait. Game server. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Now, I know that game server returned nil. Await task.delay. Ooh. So this was my theory. Author's just giving me directions, but this is actually, so what I was thinking is this. This is what I was thinking. I need to do for loops. For var I equals 0 I less than 30 I plus plus. Oh, everything has to have a semicolon, right? If games, oh my god, I have to write things here. Game server does not equal null. Return true, right? Like that's fine. That's fine. I'm totally cool with that. Right. Can I just do that for like really concise stuff, or is somebody gonna get mad at me? If not, actually, what is that? Int. What is the, oh, that doesn't, yeah, I just want the documentation. My keyboard shortcuts here are different. Thread.sleep. I don't know if it's gonna like that. Select target. Sleep time span. Well, let's do the easy thing. Unity sleep. During task. Not that I don't believe you, Orthros. How to make a slip wait in this very simple way. Yeah, that's where we go. Wait for seconds. What is wait for seconds? Interesting. With the coroutine, wait for seconds this way. But I'm not necessarily. Am I in a coroutine? I don't even know for sure. Simple wait function without coroutine. Because aren't I already in a coroutine? Because and I see everyone says wait for seconds. Interesting. All right, well, let's try it. Let's see what happens, right? We'll put some debug logs in this. Actually, that's probably a good question. Debug. Do I have logs in this? Actually, that's a good question. Log. Anyone? Okay, so we have a log. All right, cool. Oh, here comes my dog. Attempting to connect. This. That's right, isn't it? How do we do this? Yes. Oh, sorry, not counter. I called it I. I should probably call it counter. Cool. now if I'm going to do that, bang, log, connected. Else log connection failed, retrying. And then we'll do wait for seconds. Now this is interesting, whether or not this feels weird. We'll say 1. C# task async await sleep. Is that what I want? Do I want to run some looking at async await blocks? Yeah. Await task. Oh, literally exactly what you said. All right. Let's use that. Let's task.delay. Here we go. In milliseconds. All right, that looks pretty good. Yeah. Well, it's Ross. Yeah. The documentation lines up with what you're saying. So let's give that a shot. Yeah, whatever. Cool. That's our connect function. That seems legit. So what we're going to do here is actually shut that little local thing down. We'll come into our UDP server. And we'll say bool okay equals Agones dot connect. If okay. I always do that. Debug dot log. Server connected. Else. Actually, that's a good question. Unity exit. Application.quit, I think is what I want. Actually, that's a good question. Application.quit, shut the application down. Quit is ignored in the editor. Perfect, because that's actually what we want. Can I pass in a exit code? I can. Wonderful. All right. Application.quit. And we'll give it a 1 because like that should not, in theory, that should not happen, right? Oh, I missed an await. That's better. Conflicting variable. Yeah, I don't care. Local variable. Okay, can I script could be different. Okay, we're already used. All right, that's fine. Happy now. Sweet. All right, so let's do that. I could probably put some stuff in here. So let's pop back over to Unity. Make sure everything is working the way it should do. So I don't have this thing running. So if I press play, we should see in the thing, failed retrying, failed retrying, failed retrying. Let's actually run it. Boom. Connected. Ready. That's awesome. That was way easier than I thought it was going to be. Game server. Oh my god, why is this so tiny? Should the scale be bigger? Low resolution. Ah, that's better. 5x4. That's better. Not like the best, but still better. Cool. And now that's running. All right. Let's see what happens if I don't. Like, let's see if it times out. I want to make sure it times out appropriately. So let's kill that. We'll have to wait for 30 seconds. Well, that was just way easier than like I expected it to be. 11, and it looks like it's waiting a second. So that's good. Connection failed. You're trying. There we go. Just why is it doing that now? Attempting Kinect 25, and it's trying to do health checks? No, we don't want that. That's not good. Okay, that's weird. It just stopped? Attempting to connect 25. Why would it just stop? And now we're doing like that's weird. All right, let's turn that off and have a look and see what's going on. Agones SDK. So we have a Kinect. On start, we get the environment variable, and we do a health check async. I'm actually thinking that we don't do it then. Anything void, wild, blah, blah, blah. So, though in theory it should be fine, right? Like the health check async could just fire, and if it doesn't like connect, then you know, like it's not the end of the world. Oh, I see what's happened. So it's delayed until such a time as it's fine. But then what? Like, the health check one takes over instead? Task delay. So, okay, actually, there you go. They do exactly the same thing as what we did there, where we have the task delay and then it just goes into while loop. Yeah, I could have looked below. Nice. Okay, so this is... so here's my concern. Here's my concern. Kinect. Can we say Kinect is required at this point? Maybe not. Whereas like on C++, like it's required. You kind of have to do it. But why is it doing what it's doing? So on start, health check async. My mouse is being weird. My mouse is just being strange. Back in a sec. There we go. Well, health check enabled, right? So that's fine. Health check enabled. How do you know whether it's health check enabled? Oh, is that that? I'm guessing. If I have a look over here inside the inspector, Sdk Server, health and okay, so that's like a tick box. Okay. Okay, so you can turn it off at that level. Ooh. Here's a fun question. Does Kinect need to be a public method that gets called? Or can we just make it part of start? No, see, that doesn't make sense either, because like it starts. I get the component. It could be doing other things. So I really don't know. Frustrating. Why is that doing what it's doing? Okay. See that happening again. So I press play. I look in the console. It's failing. It's failing. It's failing. I'm guessing Echo Server Inspector here. It's just a. It doesn't have a delay on it, actually. That's interesting. Failing. Failing. Failed to connect. Okay, so that time it worked just fine. Oh, that's really weird. Okay, so I guess it's fine. Yeah, here I'm just I'm literally testing the failure condition, right? So I'm not running the local SDK. I literally just wanted to know that it was not doing what it should be doing. And that's okay, so that's good. Before that was weird. It just stopped on like 26, and then it was like, meh. So this is actually looking like it might actually be doing the thing. Maybe the first time was just a bit weird. So like failing, I run it, blam, connected. Now I can say I'm ready. Right? As soon as the connection worked, connected. Sweet. So that actually looks like, okay, sweet. This looks like it's doing what I want. Game server. Right, I get my game server object. And I have all kinds of information in here. And this is useful. Like, this is super useful being able to get the game server. I can see the object matter, my labels, my annotations, and all that kind of good stuff too. All right. This wasn't particularly difficult, which is good. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. All right. So if we want to round this out, what do we need to do? So async method that waits to connect to the Sdk server. Will time it return false after 30 seconds. Beautiful. So we need to change the documentation. Unity SDK. Cool. So I'm going to commit this code. Get rid of all that. That would be a good idea. Commit implementation of Unity SDK.connect. Useful async function to await when the sidecar SDK server comes up. So as to not need to retry. Ready. Other Sdk functionality. Something like that. That's fine. That seems reasonable. All right, so shut that down. That's fine. I don't need any of this stuff. All right, cool. Alrighty, so what do I want? Pop that open, make set server. Ooh, what happened there? Some of my build tooling has been updated. So that's going to update for 2 seconds. All right, so while it's doing that, let's look at what I want to do anyway. Here, which is fine. Build site content en docs guides client SDKs. Where are we? Unity client SDKs. Unity. Beautiful. I'm actually going to steal from C++ because it actually is going to work really well. Here we go. Download usage specifically designed to be as simple as possible. Blah 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 blah. To prerequisites usage room the scripting input. Game object can wait to get an instance of it. Beautiful. I'm gonna steal this stuff from instance of it to connect the SDL. I'm gonna steal the wording here. To connect the Sdk server, either local or when running on Agones, run the connect method. This will block for the async. This will wait for up to 30 seconds if the Sdk server is not yet started and the connection cannot be made. And we'll return false. That's true. If there was an issue connecting. Beautiful. So if I come over here, say here, we can do something like this. Actually, no, let's just keep it simple. All right. C sharp. Now, when I did game server, did I? No, I didn't. Okay. I wondered if I'd block this out. Usually what I do in some of this stuff is I put function blocks around it, but I don't actually. So you can take this code and pretty much run it whenever you want. What do we say? Download the source code from GitHub link SDK's Unity directly from GitHub. Okay, cool. That's actually really interesting. Let's have a look at that for a sec. Directly from GitHub. I assume we actually linked the release, don't we? Yeah, we do. Yep. In which case, then, what I do want to do is feature block this. Feature publish version 1.2.0. That will probably also now just look funny. So what that does is it sets things up so that it only gets shown once that version has been released. Yeah, so that's all messed up. So let's come back in here, make those percentages, which will mean it'll actually respect the markdown. Perfect. What I'll probably also want to do is do the same thing for below. So I might want to edit the underlying pull request as well. Outside of that, is there anything else I need to do? No, I don't think so. Wow, that was actually remarkably simple. I like simple things. That is good. Apparently, I have a vague understanding of async await. So let's commit that to git add -a git commit documentation. Push that up. So what I will do then? How long we got? I started around 9:30. Been running for 47 minutes. Not bad. Cool. I'm gonna do the other thing just because I'm in here, and otherwise I will forget. Which is to say, git check out. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna shut this down for now. Yeah. Shut this down. All right. Feature Unity SDK game server. Make sure Master is up to date. Beautiful. Now I will rebase my master against that. Beautiful. What I want to do, here we go. Yep, perfect. Literally what we just did previously, which is feature publish version equals 0.2.0. And we'll want those both to be percentages. Cool. Make sure that looks right. Oh, no, messed something up. Oh, I see it. Cool. F game server. Get the details back in game server. Cool game server. Cool. That's better. GST. Push that up. Yeah. Oh, nice. I actually got an approval on this. Excellent. That's also really nice. That means I can push that through too. I approved these changes 41 minutes ago. All right, that's fine. I'd really like one of my other teammates to have a look at this, but that's okay. I will bug them at a short date. All right, if that works, cool. So what would then mean? Oh, we haven't done reserve? Really? I thought we had. Since I'm in here. Ooh, that's going big. Oh, you don't know how big the file is. Hold on. There we go. So let's go to SDKs. Unity. Agones SDK. I'm sure we did reserve. Really? Oh, that's just stupid. That's like a super easy one, too. All right. The tricky one's going to be watch. Just because the REST API and gRPC, there's like a streaming thing, like it just sends data when stuff has changed. I don't know how well the HTTP interface for Unity is going to go for that. We'll see how it goes. So that's running in the background. That's cool. What has been approved recently updated? Let's have a look. Okay, there's that. I really want Dane to have a look. I'm gonna have to bug him. But that's all right. That means I can get reserve done. That's super easy, I think. Actually, that's an interesting one. So let's have a look there. Just want to have a quick look while that's going through. We have a few minutes. Ignorance. Is there a reason why Unity cannot use gRPC? That is a good question. Why can't we use gRPC? Let's play this game. gRPC Unity. The short answer is there's a interesting. Unity has certain C# incompatibilities that are like not great. And there are like certain version incompatibilities and all kinds of fun stuff. I wonder if it's actually got better now. That's interesting. What is that? Official gRPC packages. Now you ask the question. So generally speaking, it has been an absolute pain to get gRPC working with Unity. I've never actually seen this before. Interesting. Have people done this? C113, which is not necessarily the version we have, but that's fine. What is that? gRPC Unity package. Where do you see that? I do not see that anywhere. Packages, pick the latest link in the build ID comment column. Okay. What? What is that? What is that? That's why someone's done a reel. If somebody's done that, that just makes a whole bunch of work that I did a whole lot easier. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know how we're going to end up including that as a thing. Huh. Well, I'll be. I gotta go do some research. I just learned something neat. Thank you for asking that question. I guess these are all like individual commits, which is probably less than ideal. Commits corresponding to official are tagged on GitHub. So what, maybe if I choose like an older one, what happens? Oh, that's 115. Okay. When did they start? Probably use a later one. It's probably fine. Unity package 2.25. We were just updating ours recently. Oh, do they think they do like a daily build? It's looking daily-ish. What is that? Well, actually, let's pull it down. Let's just have a look. Plugins. Okay. Hey, that is very interesting. All right, I got some research to do. Huh. Scripts really, yes. What the hell? What is things I just learned. Huh. Huh. All right. I don't know what to say. All right, that is super interesting. Probably not going to use it right now, just because it's a thing. But that's crazy. I didn't realize that was a thing. So what is that person saying? Look for the thing. Zip in your assets folder. Profit. Huh. 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 Well, that just did my head in. I'm actually like kind of interested in what's going on there. All right, I'm gonna have to run around internally and find that. That's super interesting. Cool. That's a fun note to end on, I think. My stuff is working, which is cool. I'm totally gobsmacked by this. When did they start doing this? I'm totally really curious. Hold on, like, see GitHub. Well, let's let's have a look. So Go, Java, IO node. All right, so this is like the C# one as well. Okay. Unity package. Here we go. It has a README. All right. That's the thing. How long has that been around for? So almost a year. Over a year, in fact. Huh. Well. Sorry for the derail. That is okay. Orthoros, that's super valuable information. I think the good thing is because we have this wrapper around what we're currently doing, we can, if need be, we could switch this out, right? We could switch this out to being gRPC instead, and I don't think it would be an issue. But that is very entertaining, if nothing else. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, today I learned things. That's cool. That is, and you know what? That is why you stream, and that is why you put development stuff out there, because you can learn new stuff, because no one ever knows everything. Neat. Okay. I am going to finish up there. Everything I've got is committed. Yes. Okay, cool. So we have at least a start. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I'm going to try and do more streaming. That is on my plan. And trying to do like Mondays and Thursdays. Those seem to be the days I'm at home, so that'll be good. Hopefully you found that vaguely interesting. I learned stuff today and C# things, which was fun too. Follow me on Twitter at Neurotic. I'm on YouTube as well. I put all the recordings up on YouTube, and all my presentation recordings up there too. / Mark S. Mandel. Here on Twitch is Mark Mandel, and various other such sundries. Cool. All right. If anyone's going to be at KubeCon, please come up and say hi as well. I'll be there in a couple of weeks. If you're watching the stream now or you catch the recording earlier. Otherwise, yeah, I'll see you all around.